A global health warning resonates with the Book of Moral Signature. The WHO response to the DRC Ebola outbreak reveals how unseen threats can move through communities before they are fully recognized. A warning does not disappear because it was ignored. It waits. What is remembered is never separate from what is forming, and what is forming is already shaping what the city will remember. The city of October does not lose its warnings. It loses the moment when it was supposed to listen. After the quiet rot dissolves, October begins to remember. The gray bloom recedes. Damaged journals reopen inside the gallery of first names. Faded family records recover lost names. Across the city, forgotten voices return through the October Voice Cathedral as abandoned vow recordings are restored through the old communication network. Then one recording appears. No date, no creator, no archive record, only a single inscription remains, to all bound by their vows. The recording begins. A chorus of unfinished promises fills the air. Different voices, different places, different lives, yet every vow reaches the same ending. Silence. Beneath every voice, a hidden frequency remains. One signal, one source. The transmission moves beyond October. And the first response does not come from humanity. It comes from the living world. Within the sanctuary of forgotten waters, the silence beneath the surface begins to change. Forgotten underwater receivers awaken, carrying the restored transmission through the depths. Ancient listening arrays hum beneath the water as the signal spreads through the sanctuary. Then Lumen stops. The dolphin freezes beneath the surface. No panic, no escape, only recognition. Every vow carries the same exchange. A promise was spoken. The voice faded. The burden remained. What travels unseen is never lost. A vow becomes a mark upon time, carrying its consequence until recognition returns. In the time when the world no longer held a single witness, where stone remembers what time forgot, the earth received every vow spoken upon it. What was promised did not disappear with time. The keeper of roots records that creation carries what humanity leaves behind. Within the Book of Moral Signature, every vow leaves a mark beyond its moment. Across October, impossible recognition begins appearing. A woman recognizes a promise spoken inside an abandoned home. Children describe buildings removed decades earlier. Following Lumen's path, you leave the sanctuary behind. The signal draws you beyond familiar waters into a forgotten region of October where the city falls silent. The transmission no longer feels like a message. It feels like a memory searching for its owner. Ancient streets replace familiar paths. Unmarked stone surrounds you. A place older than the city waits ahead. Then you find it, a wall of ancient stone where no structure should exist. No entrance, no passage, only weathered carvings buried beneath centuries of dust. The signal returns. The markings awaken. The stone begins to move. The earth never forgets the path. It waits for recognition. Deep within the binding path, you enter a forgotten ceremonial chamber. At its center waits the Libra structure. One side holds preserved vow recordings. The other holds the remains of promises abandoned. The balance does not judge. It reveals what was carried, and what was left behind. A voice fades when no one listens. A promise decays when no one accepts its weight. The chamber offers no escape. Only a choice. You speak the vow. I will bear the forgotten, until remembrance calls them home. Every vow remains in motion until its burden is accepted. The stone remembers. The Libra awakens. The balance restores. Ancient doors open, revealing hidden chambers where the forgotten recordings await. They are entrusted to you. A vow concealed from the world is still known by what it creates. A promise removed from recognition still leaves its mark. What is hidden continues shaping what remains. Returning to the October Voice Cathedral, the preserved vow recordings are placed back into the heart of the city's forgotten network. Beneath Brasslight Conservatory, the exchange engine awakens. Ancient systems reconnect. Old speakers echo once more. Radio towers return. Community listening stations come alive. Across October, unfinished vows reach those they were always meant to find. Promises of protection reach those who waited. Promises of remembrance reach those nearly forgotten. Promises of return reach those still watching. The city does not receive a warning. It receives a reminder. What silence claimed returns to the foundation that preserved it. Classification emerges. Unnamed hum, the warning that remained status. Recognition restored within the city of October. The condition becomes permanent. What cannot conclude is written into the book of moral signature. What is written returns as consequence. Nothing remains unreturned.